Till, let me come to you. You're not making enough progress, are you, at this stage? I mean, it seems that the bank is able to fight off your activist pressure.
Well, first of all, good morning and thanks for having us again. Obviously, appreciate we were here back in May, and here we are in a similar situation. And you're absolutely right that in May, obviously, other shareholders did not agree with us that there is enough urgency here to change part of the supervisory board, which is ultimately a conclusion we got to when dealing with the management and the supervisory board, after having dealt with them for nearly 2 years. We have, however, seen quite a bit of development since May. If you might recall, the share price dropped significantly after the AGM, and some of the shareholders, particular German long-only shareholders, started reducing the position. We took a different view. We actually increased our exposure. And what we did see, we predicted that because a vacuum on the leadership side, given that the previous CEO basically went on medical leave back in November 2020, and the bank only had a new CEO starting his job in the middle of September, the bank didn't really make a lot of progress in our mind, and attracted ultimately also takeover interest by a group of private equity funds. So come this December, and another EGM that had been scheduled to pay a special dividend in a way to shareholders, we saw the need to actually again change the supervisory board and add candidates who we feel will strengthen the supervisory board. On the one hand, obviously, when it comes to running the business, improving in particular the growth profile of the software subsidiary, and as you're absolutely right, we've consistently demanded that the software business be spun off to us shareholders, because we see a lot of growth potential in that business. Secondly, that the bank be structurally improved to become sustainably profitable. And lastly, we obviously now have a new situation where a very complex situation where the business has to deal with a takeover situation. And so taking all of that together, we felt in particular the recent response by both the management team and the supervisory board, which have sided with the private equity consortium, makes us so concerned that we have decided to use this extraordinary general meeting in order to propose 3 candidates in a way again.
Let me ask you about whether you're approving the takeover offer or not, and if not, whether you're banking on a squeeze out in the end.
So at this point, there is no takeover formally yet. It's obviously been announced that there will be one, and a share price has been announced as well, but nothing around conditionality, etc. So us, to be perfectly honest, it's very early to comment. If you look at things that we've said publicly back in April and May, you would conclude that we see a lot of value in both the software business and the bank. And we would probably come to the conclusion that it's significantly more than the 29 euros that have been proposed by Advent and Centerbridge, and that have been backed so far by the supervisory board and the management team, as we understand. Look, we are typically mid to long-term focused shareholders. We've consistently said we would like to participate in the growth, in particular of the software business, which we appreciate will take a few years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And that's clearly something that is a very good base case for us. Everything else we have to see in the coming weeks and months. But it's important for us that this process that the company has embarked upon will be to some extent independently verified. And that's also why we are proposing these 3 candidates. Some of them have very extensive M&A experience. And unfortunately, we're getting the sense that that's not completely atypical for a German process, that the company hasn't really undertaken a structured review of what are the options now in this particular situation. And that's something that we deem not necessarily the right approach to deal with the situation, and hence wanted to be at least independently verified by these independent candidates.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.